I'm really curious, right, to see how does the behaviors, settle once we will be done with the COVID and vaccine is there. I'm very curious to see, professionally, like how parents and students will settle down in terms of online teaching and learning, and how all of us will settle down in terms of our work habits, right? Work habit changes. So yeah, I'm curious to look, and this is something I'm really looking forward to see how it shapes up. I do believe, and I would definitely love to see online remote learning and online learning becoming the a very standard set of doing things, and as well as remote working becoming an established norm. See, I think generically, I think it's definitely mental health and physical health in that order, and enhancing my learning. Yeah, so these three things. For mental health, I typically take time out for mindful breathing, mindfulness, and for physical health, as I said, I started playing badminton, so I would love to continue that. And for enhanced learning, I would definitely like to spend more time in learning and teaching as well, right? So yeah, these are the three priorities. I think that's well laid out in our Vedantu's annual operating plan. But yeah, at a very generic level, not talking numbers and all. Love to one of my top priorities is to create Vedantu's brand, to create the most loved and soulful brand of Vedantu. That's like top one priority. Second is innovation is our core value. So to innovate and further disrupt the price for a student at Vedantu, impacting innovating for impact at scale. That's probably, I would say, second. Third, I would say probably professionally is I would love to create a more stronger culture around teaching and learning inside Vedanta itself, right? Inside, like among us, among the Vedans. So yeah. Yeah, that's interesting. So I've been thinking about this. So I would love personally to improve myself with respect to be able to give better rounded direct feedback, right? So more from a radical guided perspective. Yeah, that's probably one skill I would love to develop further this year. I don't believe resolutions.
Any particular reason?
I don't believe that year end is a time when you should be making resolutions. It's not that I don't believe in resolutions. It's just that I think it should be more of a continuous learning journey rather than in New Year you make, right? So yeah. Oh yeah, there's an easy one. So the strong belief system is give value, right? Everything else is a consequence. So business is a consequence. Everything else is consequence. But strive to first deliver value, give value, right? And then you will obviously receive value, right? So everything else becomes a consequence. So that's a very strong belief system and a principle we've always lived by and continue to abide by. Yeah, definitely all of us are struggling with that, right? So I would say using calendar effectively and just literally blocking off times for even spending time with your family or your food is advisable. It has worked for me. I think the single biggest advice I would give is to actually take out 30 minutes or 45 minutes first thing in the morning to actually plan and prioritize your day. It really works wonders, right? So I think, yeah, these are some of the tips I would. I know in no particular order. I think entrepreneurship is hard. So the reason for which you are doing this needs to be really strong, right? And you need to really have a feel for it, right? So just don't enter into startups or entrepreneurship for because of someone else is doing it, and there are better ways, right? Far better. So I think the reasons, right? The reason needs to be strong, because when you're ups and downs more so than up, these are the things which will keep you going. I would say that's like one of the strongest advice I would probably give for those guys who are wanting to start up. Those guys who have already started up and are there in the journey right now. Uh, what I would probably say is, be more internally focused. Right? There's a lot of noise and distraction outside. Be more internally focused. Build for your user, build for your customer, and things will align. Yeah. Optimize for the design, right, for your user. So yeah, that's probably my advice for the ones who are already there. I mean, my bucket list of books is full, right? So quite a few of them to catch up to. I think Radical Candor is something I really look forward to reading. That's there on the top of my list. Execution by Ram Charan, that's one, and Art of Getting Things Done. Right, that's by the one. It's good for time management as well. This Art of Getting Things Done. So yeah, these are probably the three which at least I remember right now. Of all Avenger movies, probably I think uh, we have one coming on the Scarlet, right, and Black Widow, sorry, and I think that's going to come up. So definitely, so all superhero movies. Yeah, Masters of Scale. I think it's a beautiful podcast. All the entrepreneurs, especially, I would really recommend that. Masters of Scale. It's a great one.